So, um, well, it's not Happy New Year's, but I wanted to, piggyback off of what happened last night. Sub Zero decided to take shot at SYSBM. Nothing new out there. It ain't nothing new. They're gonna continue to do that kind of stuff. But we already know the consequences of dealing with women over here. So Trey Songz just got accused of graping by an industry thought who's a basketball player or whatever she is. So it's gonna be an interesting. We're gonna see how this develops, right? Because this what happens when you have quote unquote access and you sleep with these women and you got more than them and they failures. Last year, 2022, 2020, allegation mania. I made a video about all the people that was getting thrown Me Too on each other, right? So video games, pro wrestling, even in the voice acting anime community, there was people getting accused of some things by a group of women. I knew how messed up it was when there was adult entertainers accusing other adult entertainers for graping them. It took a lot of people down and pretty much made certain landfills look kind of not good to be a part of. The wrestling community went down, because of that stuff. I think even the cost of Ring of Honor going down now for this year. Ring of Honor went down because of, these allegations. They took a key person out of the thing, but then they want to blame, other people. But nobody wanted to blame that. Velveteen Dream, he got accused, and now he's a blacklist. He's in the blacklist. So there's consequences for these players. The reason why these dudes has never been accused because they work for the women. They are a part of the women's plan. And these women see no reason to go at the people that's defending them so hard. So Trey Songz, he don't take women seriously like that. And a lot of women who've been with Trey Songz, the hundreds and probably thousands of women who've been with Trey Songz, men probably got smart enough to understand that if Trey Songz getting it before they get it, and they gotta put in work to get it, why would they deal with the same women that Trey Songz dealt with? So they probably tell the women, "Oh, you slept with Trey Songz. I'm done with you. Go ahead. You go and find another celebrity." And now a lot of these women are now being passed around by celebrities, and they don't like it because the celebrities are not taking them seriously. But it's their fault, and the joke's on them. Cause now they're being passed around and not taken seriously, not being married, and they want you or me to marry them and take them seriously when we know that you've been passed around by football players and certain people. And it's like, no, we don't want to be around you. There's no reason for us to be around you at all. And they're getting mad, so they're letting off on, the guys that they gave easy access to. Now, I told y'all that this pump and dump lifestyle is eventually gonna catch up. It's gonna eventually catch up with these dudes. Because these women are mad because, like I said, they're not getting taken seriously. So let's look at the female who accused Trey Songz of graping. And mind you, this is before 2022. This is a day before 2022. So, Trey Songz accused of rape by former UNLV basketball star. Accused of being raped by basketball star. This is an industry thought who tried to do music, but she wanted to make a headline, and now it's all over. It's all over. It's all over. Now, it's all over. And she got her headlines. See, this is the thing about these women. A lot of them are insignificant. They're lost in the shuffle. A lot of them are just like everybody else. And they act like each other. They're clones of each other. A lot of them look just like this chick. There's a lot of women who look just like this chick, with the same body type, with the same abs and all the other stuff, and she couldn't stand out. She don't stand out. So a lot of them are angry, real angry, at a lot of them are real angry at the men who made them feel like that they not special. Because a lot of these women thought they were special when they slept with celebrities. But they found out and they thought they were gonna be the special people a part of in the celebrities groups. But a lot of them are not special. They found that out real. They found that out real well, that they wasn't special. And now they're mad because they gave their bodies to celebrities because they wanted to feel special, and they wanted to throw normal men under the bus for not being special or whatever, right? Like I said, a notification just popped up, and I'm doing something else. But now they're getting their revenge. I seen it in pro wrestling. I seen it in the gaming. I seen it in the streaming. Now, what possessed this chick? What possessed this chick before the new year to throw allegations on Trey Songz? Mind you, this allegations has been trying to stick. You know, a lot of people don't feel bad for these females who got slept with Trey Songz, because there was a lot of men that probably wanted to sleep with these women and they didn't give them no chance, right? So let's kind of like put that out there. These women always taking the shortcut. And at some point, now they're mad because men took advantage of the fact that they can get the easy stuff, because now a lot of these dudes thought they got the program to get easy access to these women. And they don't understand that it's no easy access, because they always going to want to get something back. There's a quarterback that got accused, and I think she was a part of that. She was connected to Ben Simmons. She got connected to one of I think Josh Gordon. And as you see right here, how crazy she looked. But a lot of guys won't care. And this is the reason why a lot of men are not dating these women over here, because these women have the card to mess your entire life up. You know that if a person gets a job and tries to start his life over, these jobs are gonna go to these women, even though you never like dated them for a long time, but they'll try to ask these women about your personality on how you really are. And the next minute you know, you ain't getting a job because these women lied on you and said that you was something that you wasn't because you moved on faster than they did. So it becomes like it becomes more screwed up now that a lot of these women want to have this high value because they slept with so-called high value men and it doesn't work out, and the rest of the men feeling kind of left out, and a lot of men are walking away, and they want to get their value back from these guys, so they want to look like the victim, so they can get women. I mean, they want to get men to feel sorry for them, so they can get their value back. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It never will. It never's gonna work that way at all. You're never gonna have that a whole group of men feeling sorry for some females because of the fact that you slept with a Trey Songz or you slept with this dude, because we knew it was just you sleep with this dude because he's a celebrity, not because he graped you. You had to take your panties off. You had to open your legs up. You just didn't like the fact that he was aggressive. You didn't like the fact that he used you and threw you out. It's probably one of the like, but this is their game now, and most men who gonna travel overseas, they kind of know exactly what these chicks are gonna do, and they preempted strike. We're not like a Sub-Zero. You know, Sub-Zero made his video about SYSBM, Super Sly, and all these dudes. Y'all don't have anything. Y'all don't have anything for a female to take at all. And females look at y'all as y'all are alliances. Like people like myself, it'd be a toxic situation because I speak up for myself. I don't toe the line. I ain't a Sub-Zero. I don't kowtow to nobody. So if I take one of these women on, eventually they gonna group up like they did Heavenly Controller. Heavenly Controller, that a YouTuber gamer, no, anime YouTuber got accused of some things this year. Funny that nobody in the Black Manosphere talked about that. Heavenly Controller, this is an anime guy, and soon as a couple people kind of said something about him, and then everybody found out all these women lied on him. It was nobody. There was no how can I put it? There was no, pretty much there was nothing that he can actually do. All his fake behind friends left him. And pretty much everybody who said to his old friends is like, yo, look, man, it's good that these dudes left you alone. It's good that these dudes didn't, not around you anymore, because they was fake anyway. And he figured out who was around him through thick and thin. There was one dude who tried to spoke up for him and had to distance himself from him because, it was hurting his brand. But he did try to stick his neck out, and he got hit with that too. But I can understand his point. At least he tried to stick up for him. The rest of the dudes, they dogpiled on Heavenly Controller, and he showed who they are. And then they try to make up for it, and he was like, nah, I'm not dealing with y'all no more. Stay away from me. Like, yo, one thing happened to me, y'all threw me under the bus because these females. So this is what happens when you deal with these women and you got a different opinion, or you doing better than them, and they see that you have something that they want. They're going to try to take it from you or try to knock you down the peg to try to put themselves up. And when it doesn't work out and it fades away, they want everybody to forgive them for what they did. The girls that accuse Heavenly Controller, nobody cares about them now. They got their little couple minutes of fame, and everybody looked at them. Now everybody look at them in a different way now. So we're gonna see how this allegation deals with, and what they're gonna do with this allegation. Because remember, there was this situation with Meg Thee Stallion who is that dude named Tory Lanez, and now we finding out that he likely didn't do anything to her. He didn't shoot her in her foot. But nobody's gonna apologize to him. And this is what I talk. This is why men are not going to New York or Miami to go mess with women over here. Because guess what? These women have too much power, and they can lie on somebody, and they can get the guy killed or get somebody hurt or robbed, and then they won't do a good day in jail. Oh, they could do that over there. No, they won't, because the men will check them for doing that. You are a tourist in a tourist system. They won't let nothing really happen to you unless you do something out of the ordinary. You in a place that you're not supposed to. Unlikely where tourists get KIAT or KILLED. It's unlikely that a lot of tourists get that way. But here, the women are used to doing what they want and doing things their way, and then not suffering the consequences after they do something. Because dudes like a Sub-Zero and all these other guys. So it becomes harder and harder for men who are respectable, who are outspoken, to date these girls. Only the maniacs who don't have any respect for themselves and panders can deal with these women. And that's what these dudes don't really understand. It's like, no, I can't deal with these women. I'm too out there for that. I'm not gonna allow these people to say and do whatever they want towards me. So yeah, it's funny that, we got a new person calling at SYSBM, but they won't make a video about all these allegations and stuff that's happening out here right now. It's funny that way. But yeah, man, 2022 is coming up. I don't know what to expect, just like last year. I didn't know what to expect, because this year was a topsy turvy, whatever it was, wasn't all. Like I said, it wasn't really all super bad, but it wasn't all super good either. Like it was it was different. It wasn't the usual year. I didn't know what to expect. There's a lot of health issues that happened to me, this year, whatever, and glad to be on the opposite side of that. I ain't talking about CV. I'm talking about other things. Like I said, hope I get another year out and many more, and I want the same for everybody else. Yeah, I want the same for everybody else, man. But Yeah, man. These tired old people, they're bringing up the same stuff and the same kind of. Like I said before, back in May, I pretty much like left the quote unquote manosphere to not even make any videos, and I ain't making any videos for like at least like 5 months consistently back to back, and it was because I was tired of the flip floppers, and I was tired of all the different things that was happening and all the stuff that was going on and all this different things that, yeah man, I'm this way, and then you see them in chats and stuff, and I'm like, I'm good. And then eventually I was like, man, I came back on the whole um the women are winning stuff, the Thai City groups and the whole all these other people saying women are winning and all this other stuff. And, eventually they faded away because it faded away. Then, Mr. Fantastic and his, simp giant ass over Jessica X, she took a dip and left because, her stick ain't working and she can't. The certain people, she burned bridges. I heard that she burned bridges with Game Changer. So that's what I heard. Now I can be wrong, but she got a few people in the space that she gotta latch on to, and when she don't have those people in this space, then she gonna disappear for a couple. She gonna disappear for a couple weeks or a month until they come back. And I'm gonna be she gonna come back when one of her faithful knights, are gonna come out. Anybody that she hang on panels with, they come out, they start making videos or something. She gonna come up, and then here she gonna come back. That's her routine, and I'm giving y'all the 411 on her. Um, y'all should know that already. Where that's what she does. Um, then it's all types of stuff that was happening. And I'm like, man, I really don't. It was it was exhausting dealing with this kind of stuff, man. And I think that I'm probably gonna do another, pretty much not doing anything, making videos again, because in January, there's a little bit of, how can I put it? There's January already got the, I think that's for me that's the kind of get over period. But after January, you got what is it? 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 Um in February you have what you call it? What you call it? Dying Light 2, which is a good uh hours killers. And you have um what is it? Horizon Zero Forbidden West that comes out. So so I'll probably be busy playing those games because this year, there wasn't really that many games out that came out that really excite me and made me want to like play all the games. Because I bought what is it? I bought what is it called? I bought Hitman 3, and I didn't even play it. um I got Far Cry 6 and pretty much played 6 hours and I didn't really touch it ever again. But I know I'm going to play these games because they're more, they're more engaging and more fun. But yeah, pretty much. And like I said, next year I'm probably gonna sit back and play, or not play. Um, it's starting off good a little bit because Dexter New Blood is ending. Um, is ending in January. Then you have a couple shows coming out. So yeah, man, if things get way too busy, I'm probably gonna stop making videos because it's getting kind of like, every single time it is getting kind of woo. It's just getting way too much, man. Looks like this the same old, same old. I'll probably give my opinion. I'll start, putting my opinion out there about certain things. But other than that, it's like, man, I got nothing really actually to say anything, man. If you still listening to me, then you either listening to me because you like my opinions of stuff, but I would rather you took all my advice and the things is like the time management or telling you how many hours your life is and telling you how to do this. If you're not listening to me anymore and you don't need me anymore, then I'm happy about that. Um, as far as if you still listen to me, my opinion, I thank you for being here, man. But last year was a kind of a the beginning of the last year was kind of messed up because of me losing people, two friends that I knew of, and they got shot in their store, the place they worked at. So hopefully nothing really super bad happens you know this year. Um, like I said before, it's like I said, man, I could feel my time dwindling down again because I just came back, and I'm gonna be, I'm probably gonna be dwindling down again and leaving again because ain't no way I can really be like chill in the so-called black manosphere. Mainly because there's so many new people coming in this space right now that it's not about trying to tell them something new. It's just having the same kind of arguments over and over again to a point where it's like, man, it ain't really, it ain't worth it no more, man. Like I said, I've been part of this. I've been part of the red pill space ever since 2014. I mean 2004. And I saw a lot of people switch sides. I saw a lot of people get mad about some things. I saw a lot of people say certain things and do certain things and say, yeah, say this and say that. I seen it all. At some point, you get exhausted from it. I mean, like I said, I would like my opinion out there and everything, but at some point, it's like, man, when you don't see a lot of people stand up for what they are, or stand up for who they really are, or stand up for what they believe in, and they just flip flopping and everything else, at some point it's like I gotta get myself out of there. I know nobody gonna really care, whatever. But the fact is, I throw my opinions out there if I need to, and I give them a different perspective. But other than that, man, it's like some of this stuff is really kind of exhausting from some of these people, man, because they out here. We got a new Gap Talk Media out here. New Gap Talk Media. It was some dude that went against uh who's that guy name again? Edward Anderson, the guy who thinks he's the master of the wind talking, and somebody who's kind of flamboyant when he talks. And I'm not gonna call him GAY, but for a guy like him to try to sit there and try to shit on people and tell them that they can't get women and all that, you're like a 4 or 5 guy who can't keep his mouth shut, but want to talk crap about somebody being a loser. And then you try to explain the way that the fact that you're standing when somebody docks you. And it's kind of like, I really don't care about that. But at the same time, you can't be on here just flipping your mouth up, calling people incels and losers and all that other stuff. It's not, it's pretty much a kind of a joke, especially when when he got called out by multiple people about the kind of stuff that he'd been saying, and he couldn't back his own words up. He just want to be on here talking, and I showed me leaving. I'm not like that. So yeah, man, Trey Songz got accused. We gonna see what happens. I might give my opinion on there if nothing goes on. But other than that, man, it's hope everybody gonna have a good year. Hope everybody plan for the new year, whatever. I got, some things that I got planned out for myself. And hopefully, I really do want this to be over with, but I know it's not. I really want this stuff to be over with, man. I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of this whole. I'm getting sick of this whole pandemic. But it is in the pandemic right now. There is opportunity out here in this pandemic, and I'm gonna seize my opportunity in this pandemic before it's over with. But at the same time, I really want it to be over with, man. I do want to travel, and I don't want to be stuck nowhere, and I don't want to be nobody's planning opportunity. Like I said before, you could use my you could use my where is it at? You could use my saying. No, don't be somebody's planning opportunity. Like a lot of people out here, they want to be somebody's opportunity. They want to be somebody's plan. This is the reason why this is the reason why MOT made that video saying that let them run their pockets. Because the fact is, he pretty much is saying that if they don't know how to do anything by now, or if they don't know what's happening out here by now, let them get the Me Too. Let them go on child support. Let them get into a situation where they're dealing with the kind of stuff that they're gonna have to deal with. Because it's too much information out there for people not to understand. And he's right. And this new recent person who come at SYSPM, I'm not even gonna say anything about old buddy, because I already made videos about this, about them coming at SYSPM. And as you see in my voice, like kind of I'm not really super enthusiastic, because everything is kind of predictable now. And then eventually, this and it shows you that this Manosphere meetup was kind of trash, because Bernard Riley should have never been there, Obsidian should have never been there, and Sub-Zero should have never been there. Because then 2 weeks later, three weeks later, a month later, he's talking about the same people he was supposedly in the room with, who was SYSBM. That's why the Theo Watt dude ain't a SYSBM or a passport bro like that. Yeah, he travels, but he got the bad mindset. And like I said, I'm still going through the list of dudes that I'm not gonna really listen to anymore on traveling and anything else like that, because I see some of these dudes are like they're pookies. They're pookies that got passports, and they're pookies who didn't want to be pookies in America, but they want to have that, they want to portray themselves being this pookie type in another country. I'm a hood guy, and they want to act like they was in the hood and stuff and all this other stuff. I seen guys do that, where they pretend like, oh yeah, man, I'm hood and I'm all that. Yeah, man, I did this and did that, and I did like that, and the girls are eating it up because they don't know, they can't check this guy's credibility overseas. They can't check this guy credibility. It can't say if he was real or not about his street credit, his street pass. That's the thing. So I know what they want. Um, yeah, it's it's getting kind of out of hand, and to me, it's kind of really tiresome to like keep fighting new challengers. You know, when you hear it like new challenger start, new challenger comes in, new challenger coming in, new challenger coming in, new challenger coming in. It's like wow, like man, I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these guys, man. And it's so many of them. It's so many of these people, man. They just everywhere, and then they just come out of nowhere. When you think you done with one of them, then like another one shows up and be like, "Hey man, that's for SBM. You should leave. You should go to Miami. You should go to New York. You should go." And it's like, man, you got hundreds. You got Tommy Sotomayor on here telling you who is his actual experience with these women all over the country. This dude Tommy Sotomayor has more access to women than some of these dudes on YouTube. He shows it on his OnlyFans. When somebody showed his OnlyFans, he be banging these chicks, and he has more access than any guy out here. And they still be talking crap to him. And he so-called putting in work in the bedroom, right? So it's like, what are you talking about? What you really trying to get people caught up in the bullshit when guys who got a clean record dealing with these mentally messed up females over here. But you want guys with a clean record to deal with these women over here, when they know it's so easy for them to rip their credit, well, not rip their credibility up, but rip up their path of what they're trying to do. And it's like, man, you gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta get out of here, man. Get out of my face. But yeah, man, Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope everybody gonna be safe out here. I hope people actually learned not to trust these people words and just keep letting them talk, because I'm getting sick of these guys. I'm really am. It's just something that I never said I was gonna say it, but it's like I'm an old war veteran or something like that, getting sick of these people. Like, man, I can't stand these people no more. I really can't. And it's like I feel like I'm Assassin's Creed. When Ezio Auditore got older, he got sick of the Creed. He got sick of it. He was like, I am really tired of fighting these dudes every single time. He like, I am tired of fighting these dudes all the time. I need a break, or I need to get this to the next generation. And sometimes I feel just like that. Like, man, get out of my face right now. I don't need to be. These people are annoying. They're not. It's useless fighting them. But then when you have people out here who don't want to talk about certain, not certain issues, but in the angle that I talk about it. Like when I talk about the same usual stuff that I talk about, which I gotta put out there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make it a video, and I'm gonna show you my proof about how sex crazed these women are, especially black women are, and they will throw away their own lives for a guy who's gonna sexually please them or whatever, right? And the same thing for men. So I'm gonna probably break that down. If I don't do it, you already know where I'm at. Like I said, man, these people are very exhausting, annoying, and just they're very annoying and pretty much exhausting, man. Like it's a lot. Like they just don't stop. They just keep coming and doing the same stuff, and be like, man, what's wrong with these people? And they like, next challenger, and then again, next challenger, and then you coming at you like, okay, man, I'm good now. Oh, next challenger is like, what the man? Well, like, yo, next challenger. And like, oh man, I'm like, yo, I'm out of here. I gotta get out of here. It's like, man, why you think it's you have to listen to people who actually know what they talk about. This is the reason why a lot of people want to move. and leave this country and leave this country, or temporarily leave this country for the social interaction because they want some peace and quiet. They don't want to keep battling with these people over and every single day. Yeah, man, you this and that. Like, man, I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna let other people handle that, man. Like, sometimes you need a well-deserved rest or something, man. Because a lot of these people, a lot of them, they just want this stuff to keep going on, keep going on, keep going on. It's fun to respond to them. You know, it's fun to respond to them because you want to get your angle out there, and that some people want to get the opinions. You know, they want to get another angle from it. But other than that, it's like these type of people. We made videos about that, man. And then you got certain people who were in the passport situation and passport gate, and they're on passport channels. They're on passport channels talking about how passport men and this and passport and that, but then you see them on another channel talking about the women are winning and these guys don't know nothing, and you know, guys are making technology for the same women, they're not giving them no ass and this and this. I'm like, man, I'm like, can y'all make your mind up? Like, I don't like this whole flimsy bullshit that's been going on. I'm like, yo, man, it's something that I gotta stay away from with some people, man, because it's like, man, I just saw you over there on the traveling channel, but now you over here talking about women are winning and talking down to nerds that don't get nothing. But now you agree with them that they leaving and going somewhere else. But then you turn around and say they're winning and these guys don't know what they're talking about. Like, man, man, it's exhausting, man. Like I said, man, I hope everybody have a good, good New Year's and hopefully a good start of the year. You know, it's not guaranteed. Sometimes you gotta bottle up you gotta bottle up the enjoyment in a month or two, and then you gotta let that get you through the month or whatever, man, because sometimes you're not gonna get sometimes you're not gonna get your way of having a whole full good year. Because like I said, this year it really wasn't all that eventful at all. Everything was kind of dry. It was slow. You know, it wasn't really all that fun. But at least I got the ability to have a place to stay, have ability to wake up every day, have ability to eat, and have ability to not be in drama and giving whatever I spend on to a woman. So, like I said, man, you got to count your blessings about some things that you got to deal with, some things that other people don't, that they got to deal with, that you don't have to deal with. Like, I don't have to do child support. I don't got to go to no court dates. I don't got to sit here and argue with no chick online or argue with no chick on the phone about seeing my kid. I don't got to do any of that, man. So I can be thankful for that. I can be thankful for the, the starve out system that they got for me, because even though I wasn't trying to get anything from them, I'm grateful for that situation, because I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't got to deal with these type of people, man, because these people are very exhausting, man. They constantly, it's not, it ain't no joke, man. These people are no joke. These people are they're too toxic to be around, man. They're exhausting to be around. I can't deal with these type of people, man. It's just it's exhausting dealing with them, man. You know, they want to act like they don't know anything. They want to sit here and keep talking crap and want to act like they can't speak to people or do this and do that. It's like, man, I'm good. It's better to take a break from this stuff and come back fresh. Like I said, I only been back ever since what, October? I think what, September? No, October, November, and December, 3 months, and I'm already thinking about like bouncing again, until like in the springtime or something. Cause it's like, man, these people are just, man, they on some other stuff, man. Uh, uh, and they don't stop. It's like I said, new challenger, new challenger. It's just they just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Like they never stop. They don't have no off button because it's so many of them, and they got the same. It's like dealing with the same person just with a new face and personality, man. Sep Zero is Gap Talk Media Part 1.00. You know, I see a lot of people in this space, man, and changing who they are and everything else. I stopped messing with a whole bunch of grounded a lot of people, man. From Game Changer, him talking about we need to save the pygmies and all this other stuff. From stop dealing with some other groups of people. Like, nah, man, I'm good on them. It was just, and I hope some of y'all do the same. Not just listening to me and me telling you, telling you to do something, man. I hope you took it to your own what's it called, your own volition to see what everybody's doing, man. Because it's like some of these people, they're not here to help nobody. They're here to like try to like keep you in this mess, and that's some of them on both sides, man. I see some of the people who talk about not being around these women and all this other stuff. I see some of these people, they out there doing some of the same shit. Like I see some of these people doing the same thing, talking the same thing with the same kind of, and it's not the ones who actually know what they talking about. It's some of the people who just sit there and like, they're on this undercover shit, man. They did the DJ Kuda shit, man. When DJ Kuda was out here having certain people on his panels and stuff like that, and then eventually he had that OG dude come over there and ruin his whole platform. Kind of like what happened over there, where DJ Kuda had these people, and then he started talking down to people, the same people that got his panel up, got his situation up, his panels and stuff. And now, he barely pulls in views and stuff. They use the crap out of him. But that's his fault. He let that OG dude come over there and talk all that crap and all these pimps and stuff, and now they turning on each other, which is a good thing to watch. It's a good thing to see. I'm happy about that one. Let them turn on each other and rip each other apart. And that's the whole point that I've been trying to make as well. Do your own thing and let them rip each other apart. Let them rip each other apart. Come back, look at their bloody carcass on the floor and be like, I'm glad I wasn't a part of this. I'm glad they had energy to go rip each other apart and then not try to go come at me. They know that they have they know that they're everything around them is disintegrating faster and faster, but they want to pretend like it's not. And this is why they're trying to prolong that by going after guys they think is leaving and calling names, because they're on fumes right now. I can tell you from experience that these people are on fumes right now. They're on the fumes now. They're on they're on the fumes of trying to keep themselves alive. They're trying to keep themselves alive as long as they can, and they don't want none of them to disintegrate. That's why they need you to, to talk about. But once you're not around, they're gonna disintegrate on their own. That's why you gotta let them pretty much degrade themselves, man. You don't try to save a crumbling house. You let it burn down. I mean, you let it disintegrate and let it burn down. And whoa, okay. And you let it burn down or whatever, man. Because I'm like, man, these people out here, man. Because sometimes when you let a house fall instead of breaking it down, if you let a house fall apart, it's easy to knock them down. I seen a lot of houses get knocked down. I've seen a lot of houses get knocked down in a few in this year alone because the house was falling apart and they couldn't save it. A lot of these people trying to save their mentality, but if nobody's coming to their state there. A lot of these people promised way too much to these women, and it's not happening no more. It's not happening. They're not winning anything. And you know, when you overinflate people's egos and they don't get what they want, they start lashing out at everybody else. And the people that they want to take down, the people they want to look down on, when they're not around, they're going to start attacking each other. That's the point of traveling. That's the point of not being in Miami. That's the point of not being in New York. Not to be around these dudes so they don't try to pull a Tommy Sotomayor on you, where he went to a pro-black meeting and they punching you in your head. Or you go to New York or Miami and a girl that you slept with have a connection to one of these dudes and they can set you up and try to beat you up or get your information or know who you are, know your life, or know your situation and know what you're doing and know this and know that. This is the reason why it's not a good. There's a reason why it's not good to go to hot spots that these dudes go to, because you might mess with the same women they mess with. And guess what? It'll be easy for them to get information on you after you mess with these people. Because next minute you know, this girl got hooks in you, and then magically something happens to you. Or somebody got information, or somebody talking about you online, saying something about how you this and how you don't know how to sleep with a girl, or how small you are, or this and this and that, or whatever you doing, or your sex moves, or how much you make, or how you look outside, or how you look outside of online. Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, we know him and blah blah blah. If these people, if they get any inclination of what you are, how much money you have, or how you look, they're going to go out and tell the whole world. This is why you don't mess with the women. You don't mess with their so-called women. You don't mess with their women. You don't mess with their women they know of. You don't go to not Miami. You don't go to New York. You don't go to Los Angeles. You don't go to California. No, not Los Angeles, California, the same thing, damn. You don't go to these places where they're known to go, their stomping grounds. You know why? Because the same stomping grounds they're on, they got more power than you. They got more power than you do. And at some point, they might get a line. They might get a real line to you, to the point where they might have the ability to find who you are and what you do to mess your stuff up. And at that point, it's a done deal, man. At that point, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Once these people know who you are and know what you do, and they got their hooks in one of these girls that they mess with, because remember, they got more experience than you do. They got more experience than you do, and they've been out there longer than you do, and longer than you have. So that means that they have the ability to try to get information out on you through a woman. And what women like to do, they like to cause drama and they like trouble. Guess what? They're going to come after you. And when they come after you, and know your information and whatever you have going on, then at some point, people are going to be like, oh shit, damn, I should have never messed with these chicks. Because that's what they're using. That's West. I'm going to tell you how it look. I'm going to tell you how it really is. This is why they trying to tell you to go. This is why they telling you to go with women that they're used to. Oh, you could go to Miami. You can go to LA. You can go to this way. If you go somewhere overseas, guess what? These women ain't sharing your information. They're not talking to these dudes, because Because these dudes not going overseas. They think they're better than that. Means everything that you have, all your secrets, all the stories, all the things that you have going on, you don't have, it won't come out. Everything that you got is going to keep your secret. It's going to keep what you need to keep. You deal with women over here, 9 times out of 10, something's going to happen. You're going to get caught up in some craziness. And guess what? Here these people come talking about you. And then you're going to find out how they do it. Because this is how they get information out on people. This is how they get information out on people. And this is how they get what is it? Let me see. This is how they get information out on people, and this is how they set up people. And this is how they continue to be like, oh yeah, man, I know about him and blah blah blah. This is how they so-called dox people. They make sure that certain men have a connection to the women that they know and they're comfortable with. And when they got the connection to the certain women that they're comfortable with, they're gonna have a instant plug-in to all of what you are and what you do. They're gonna know everything that you do. While the woman is gonna be feeding him information, and he's gonna be having all this stories about you, and you ain't gonna know who it's coming from because you trust in this chick. But at the same time, she's gonna be out there putting your business out there. That's how it works. A lot of these women don't work for the government. A lot of these women, quote unquote, don't work for the government, know your information. They just know a lot of women who mess with you, who mess with some dudes, and they telling their information. And they digging in your pockets or digging in your wallets and knowing your information and your social security card. This is why you got to watch who you sleep with. So, yeah, man, that's about it, man. So